Well, the day a baby comes should be one of the happiest days of any parent's life, but some new moms and dads are confronted with a much different and somewhat scary reality.
Their new baby is sick. They need immediate life-saving help, and Dr. Joe's here tonight with how an extreme and often unthinkable surgery can give some newborns a new chance at life. Tell us about it, Dr. Joe.
Well, John and Kelly, when you think of heart transplants and organ donations, the first thing that comes to mind are adults. Organ transplants can save the lives of the tiniest of babies, too, but it requires some parents to make a difficult decision, turning unexpected sorrow and grief into hope. So delicate and so small, little Brayden Arnett came into the world February 28, 2008, a day that would change the lives of her family forever.
We were pretty beside ourselves. We just didn't even know what to think.
Because when baby Brayden arrived, Mom Suzanne said she was already fighting for her tiny life.
During delivery, they started to see some signs of distress, and you can tell now she's pretty blue around her mouth.
Something was very wrong, a problem with Brayden's heart. A problem never detected during pregnancy would require nothing short of a miracle.
You know, the normal heart, that's just a thump, thump, thump. And Brayden's sounded like a washing machine. It was just a whoosh, whoosh, but a big, you could tell it sounded very tired and sluggish.
A sign Brayden's heart wasn't pumping enough blood through her body.
She basically had a single ventricle, doing all the work for what two ventricles should be doing.
Fragile and in need of surgical help, Brayden's tiny little hand wrapped around her father's finger, clinging to the comfort of his gentle touch.
So we would just get like the biggest kick when she would open her eyes, because they had her on fentanyl, so she was sedated pretty well. So if we actually caught her with her eyes open, we were just, you know, I guess like any new parents are.
Doctors airlifted Brayden from Orlando to Tampa in search of a surgery to repair her heart. But just 5 days old, the Arnetts learned Brayden's only chance at life would depend on a donation of a new heart.
There are a few things that we can do to keep them going for a long time, but there is always a finite time that you can keep these babies for.
Dr. Alfred Asante Karang oversees the transplant program at All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg. He says finding a donor match would only be the beginning. After surgery comes possibility of infection and rounds of anti-rejection drugs. For the Arnetts, 11 long days would pass with Brayden hooked to monitors, pumps, and a ventilator. Then they got the call.
A little after midnight on February 21st.
A donor heart was en route. Brayden was prepped for surgeons to remove her heart and stitch in the donors no bigger than a golf ball. Almost a year later, we're with Suzanne as Brayden gets a checkup, an echocardiogram to make sure her new donor heart is pumping precious blood. So far, so good. Her body hasn't rejected the new organ thanks to a strict regimen of medicine at home.
She gets this twice a day. It's the most important one that she gets.
While Brayden takes her prescriptions without a problem, mealtimes are now an obstacle.
She has to start gaining weight. She's only weighed 16 pounds for probably the last 2 months. She hasn't gained any weight at all.
Another challenge for this little girl already full of personality and energy.
They take part in competitive sports. They do pretty much everything. They do roller coaster rides, so we don't limit them whatsoever.
A healthy outlook thanks to the generosity of another family whose loss gave Brayden new life.
Those people, I pray for them every night that they don't receive anything but good things, that God blesses them, and that they get peace from knowing that they saved other children's lives and they gave families the hope and the chance at life with their children, and I hope they can find peace in that. I really do.
Now, since the program started in June of 1995, 112 babies have received new hearts at All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg. Kelly and John, right now there are 2 more babies on that waiting list.
What an amazing development here.
Really
Now,
is.
the problem of finding these hearts, how long does that take?
Well, here at All Children's, the average wait time is about 2 months, but of course it depends on the donor family giving up those organs, which is difficult.
What a precious, precious baby. What is her prognosis?
Well, there's about an overall 70% survival rate over time. In about 10 years, she may need a new heart. But right now, what they're going to be doing is they're going to do a heart biopsy. They're going to check to make sure that she's not rejecting this heart. And we're keeping our fingers crossed, and our prayers are definitely with her.
Family.
But so far, so good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Joe.